Good morning, Tigers. I'm Angie.
And I'm Chastity. This week is college week, so we will start in each day episode with a video of a teacher talking about their college experience.
Today we'll be viewing Irving's high school teachers Miss Holden and Miss Knapp talking about their college experience.
My name is Katie Knapp. I went to Northwood University and I have my undergrad in business management and my master's in business administration. So the first year I lived in the dorms, and then the other 3 I lived with a roommate in a house and then in an apartment. I actually got about a third of my education paid for with academic scholarships, and then the rest I got paid for through playing soccer in college. I got athletic scholarships. So some successes were that I did my undergrad in 3 years and I did my master's in 1 year. So those 4 years that I played soccer, I also got everything paid for. So that was really exciting and fun. So this is really interesting and different. So since I was doing my college in 3 years and then my master's in 1 year, at my 3rd year my school shut down. So I had to decide, do I want to go get a job because I already had my degree, or did I want to go up to Michigan and play soccer and get my master's? And so that's actually what I decided to do. And I also did not get any scholarships after they closed my school, so I had to kind of fight to get athletic and academic scholarship again, and I got all of that paid for as well. This is one of my favorite quotes, and my students know that, but if it does not challenge you, it won't change you. So just know that college is going to be challenging to start with, and that you're there for a reason because it's going to make you better in the long run.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Holden. I went to Texas State University and I majored in English and in secondary education, meaning high school education. I lived on campus my freshman year because it's required, and then I moved off campus to Austin for my first part of my sophomore year, and I was commuting and it was killer. So I moved back to San Marcos the second half of that sophomore year, stayed in apartments the whole time, paid for it myself. So that came out of my parents' pockets. I honestly do not know how my parents managed to save enough for me and my brother to both go to college, but they pinched their pennies and they saved for us, and they paid for it out of pocket. I graduated with a little bit of student debt, and I paid off that student debt on my own. Most of that debt came from my freshman year when I was required to live on campus and live in the dorm. That's expensive. I would say that my biggest success in college came from working on campus in the IT department. I learned a lot about technology and how to incorporate that technology into my classroom, but that's where I met my people. That's where I met my family. My best friends came from working in the IT department, and we're all a bunch of dorks and we like to play video games together. So although we're spread all around Texas, I would say that my biggest success was finding my family. Struggles, other than anything outside of English classes, I would say not earning as much college credit as I could have caused me to struggle. I chose my senior year not to take a math class because I already had 4 math classes. And so I took yearbook and choir and theater, and I was just having a bunch of fun when I really could have been earning college credit, which means that I retook college algebra my freshman year. I got a 100 in it because it was easy, but I had to pay for that class. So I was taking classes I could have tested out of pretty easily just by being, oh no, I'm just going to focus on English. And then I ended up just I wasted a little bit of time and a lot of money by not taking advantage of my AP courses in high school. You need to go visit. You need to see the campus and get a feel for what it's like to just walk through the quad. Texas State is one of the most beautiful campuses in Texas, and I felt it as soon as I stepped on campus that was the right place for me. Whereas when I went to UT and I toured, I felt a bit overwhelmed. That is a massive college campus. A&M was kind of the same. And so Texas State wasn't too big, it wasn't too small. It felt like the suburbs that I grew up in, and so I wasn't totally a fish out of water, but I still had a new experience. And so, yeah, I would say that go and visit. That will be all the difference right there.
In recognizing the contributions of Hispanics to the U.S., today we bring you George Ramos. A recognized news anchor and journalist born in Mexico, he immigrated to U.S. to study and became one of the youngest national news anchors. He is known as the voice of the voiceless for his work with immigrants such as himself, he has interviewed many influential readers such as Barack Obama, George Bush, who is recognized author and has received many prestigious awards, Emmy Awards, and in 2017, the Walter Cronkite for his excellence in political journalism. Harry Potter Club. Dear students, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted in the Harry Potter Club of Irving High School. Our meeting will be on Wednesday, the 18th from 4:30 to 5, and we will not require anything to join the club. If you are interested, please come by our first meeting in room 535 in Mr. Hines' room.
If you have any questions about the club, please Miss Pineda or Mr. Hines. We look forward to seeing you there. Juniors and seniors, check your emails. Mrs. Holden sent out invitations to eligible students to join the National Honor Society on Wednesday, September 11th. If you receive an invitation and want to join the NHS, please fill out the Google form that was linked in the email. The deadline for this form has been extended to this Friday, September 20th.
Are you interested in playing softball in the spring? Then come to open field at the softball field. The open field starts on Thursday after school until 5 p.m. at the softball field. The class of 2021 is selling tie-dye class shirts during the lunches all week. Shirts are $12 and the free tie-dyeing will be happening in November. Now let's check out the real world news with Victor.
Hey everybody, hi, I'm Victor, and this is Real World News. Today's news is Edward Snowden, who was responsible for leaking information of American intelligence and surveillance operations to the media in 2013 and lives in exile in Russia, would like to return to the U.S. if he's given a fair trial, even if he goes to prison for life. This Tuesday, Cokie Roberts, a journalist, political commentator, and author, passed away at the age of 75 due to complications of breast cancer. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2002, but still earned the Edward R. Murrow Award and the Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. Neil Parker, an Australian hiker, was rescued after crawling with a broken leg for 2 days. He was hiking on Mount Nebo, where he tumbled 6 meters from the top of a waterfall, fracturing his leg and wrist. He crawled for 2 days before a rescue helicopter saw him, where he was put on a stretcher and flown to a hospital for treatment and will make a full recovery. That's all for Real World News. Back to Chastity and Angie.
Monday, September 23rd is Spirit Night for the class of 2021 at the Chick-fil-A on Beltline from 5 to 8 p.m. You can support the class of 2021 by giving a donation on your carry-out, dine-in, or drive-thru orders.
Have you seen those jars in some of your teachers' room? Do you want to get rid of the coins jingling around in your pocket? National Honor Society is taking up pennies for pets. Collection for spare change now until September 30th to bring the Irving Animal Shelter.
Students, are you currently enrolled in AP Math class that includes Calculus, AB and BC, Stats, Computer Science Principles, and Computer Science A? Then you should definitely attend the first NMSI Math Study Session on Saturday, October 19 at Nimitz High School. You will have the opportunity to win Amazon gift cards and receive great strategies for passing your AP Math exams. Also, pizza will be served. You must register for the study session by Thursday, September 19. Talk to your AP Math teacher or Mr. Gonzalez to get the registration links.
Well, that's all for today's announcements, Tigers.
Have a great day, Tiger Nation.